Christine. Hello, Christine.
Hello, good day everyone. I am Kristelle Ann H. Dionisio, a student from the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila or the University of the City of Manila in the Philippines. And I am delighted to present our research titled The Modified Gaussian-Based Fuzzy Siemens or FCM Clustering Algorithm with Total Variation Regularization Technique Applied in Image Segmentation. So this research is in the field of computer science and technology, and this was built upon the collaborative efforts of my peers, mentors, and professors. And I am excited to share our collective findings with you today. So to begin, let's start by delving into the concepts of clustering and the FCM algorithm, which forms the core of our study. Clustering is an unsupervised classification algorithm that partitions data into distinct groups based on their features, thus enabling the discovery of hidden patterns. One form of clustering, called fuzzy clustering, assigns data points to clusters with degrees of membership rather than strict assignments. Unlike traditional clustering algorithm, which assigns each data point exclusively to one cluster, fuzzy clustering allows for softer classifications, accommodating varying levels of association with different clusters. In pattern recognition and image analysis, clustering is one of the important tools to examine the data, since an image is always complex due to noise, background, and intensity uniformity. In image segmentation, image segmentation is the process of partitioning an image into multiple segments or regions, typically based on certain characteristics such as color, intensity, texture, or other features. That's why image segmentation algorithms based on clustering has a clear advantage on multi-channel image segmentation, since it is easy to apply clustering methods to high-dimensional data classification, and they are more robust compared to other algorithms like graph cuts or region merging. So among those various areas of clustering methods, fuzzy Siemens algorithm is a very well-known technique for its simplicity. The FCM algorithm works by appointing membership to each object or data point corresponding to each cluster center based on distance between the data point and cluster. It is a popular choice due to its adaptability and ease of use. However, it faces certain obstacles that prevent it from achieving its full potential and usability. The main issues that have been identified are: first is that the FCM algorithm that usually uses the Euclidean distance metric struggles with robustness issues when dealing with complex non-spherical data or datasets with unbalanced clusters. So complex non-spherical data refers to data that exhibits a distribution pattern, which deviates from a spherical or ball-shaped structure, while the unbalanced clusters are characterized by a substantial discrepancy in the sizes of the individual clusters, whereby one cluster significantly outweighs the others in terms of data points. Another problem is its sensitivity to noise and outliers, which limits its adoption in various applications, including image segmentation. So noise and outliers are data points that deviate from the majority of the data. An example of image noise is blur, which occurs when there is a loss of sharpness and detail, thereby reducing the clarity and distinctness of an image. And lastly, the FCM algorithm's iterative nature poses a challenge due to its low execution time, significantly impeding its applicability in real-time and resource-constrained environments, especially with extensive datasets like images containing millions or billions of pixels. So in this study, one of the methods we implement to solve the problems and enhance the performance of the FCM algorithm is the utilization of the Gaussian distance metric. This is based on literature and studies showing its superior speed and flexibility with complex image datasets. The Gaussian distance metric improves the FCM algorithm's performance by calculating the distance between each pixel and cluster using a Gaussian function instead of the Euclidean distance. The Gaussian function employed for each pixel and cluster serves as a measure of similarity. This enhancement enables the algorithm to better classify object boundaries, handle regions of overlapping intensities, and ultimately produce more accurate segmentation results. And another method employed in the modification of the algorithm is the total variation regularization technique. It is a denoising technique that aids in achieving more coherent and meaningful clusters. This technique promotes spatial smoothness and prevents over-segmentation, where objects are unnecessarily split into smaller regions, leading to unbalanced clusters. Moreover, in the context of clustering, this regularization technique enforces smoothness among neighboring data points, making it suitable for segmenting multidimensional data into coherent clusters. So for the methodology, the proposed modified FCM algorithm begins with an initial image containing a focal subject amidst background elements that could be considered noise or outliers. The first step involves applying Gaussian smoothing to the image as a pre-processing technique, drawing inspiration from the Gaussian Collaborative FCM or the GC-FCM algorithm. This smoothing, this smoothing step helps reduce noise, but it can also lead to over-smoothing, presenting a challenge that was addressed in our approach. Following this is the initiation of the FCM algorithm by setting up cluster centers and a membership matrix. Next, instead of relying on the traditional Euclidean metric, the researchers used a Gaussian metric to compute distances between each data point and cluster center. Subsequently, the membership matrix was updated, and cluster centers were adjusted iteratively until all image regions are appropriately clustered. The output of this process is a segmented image. However, the researchers recognized the issue of over-smoothing to persist. To address this, a post-segmentation step using the TV regularization technique was implemented. This refined the segmented image, removing noise and outliers, ultimately producing results that closely align with the ground truth. So for the results, the following image datasets or the images from 1 to 8 illustrate the image segmentation process conducted in this study. The first column contains the original images from the Berkeley segmentation dataset, and in the second column are their corresponding ground truth images. So these ground truth images will be used to compare against the segmented images to assess the accuracy of the FCM algorithm used for segmentation. In the third column, the FCM algorithm is applied, where cluster centers are determined by computing weighted averages of pixel values based on the established membership values. The algorithm employs the Euclidean distance metric and does not consider the RGB values of the image dataset. In the fourth column is the result of the proposed modified algorithm, which includes the Gaussian distance metric and TV regularization technique for improved performance, which is crucial for addressing robustness issues, particularly when dealing with complex non-spherical datasets for unbalanced clusters. So aside from these images, the researchers also used evaluation metrics to measure the proposed algorithm's effectiveness as opposed to the existing FCM algorithm. First is the RAND index. It quantifies the similarity between two data clustering. In this case, the segmentation results and the ground truth. A higher RAND index indicates a closer resemblance to the ground truth, suggesting better segmentation accuracy. Adding these averages of images 1 to 8 of the GCFCM shown in the previous slide gives us a total averages of 0.74375. Meanwhile, the total average of the proposed algorithm is 0.91, which is about 22.37% higher. Next is the coefficient of variation or the CV results. CV measures the relative variation between the predicted positive instances. Hence, a value closer to 1 indicates a more consistent and reliable segmentation results. The CV of the GCFCM has an average of 0.7375. Meanwhile, the CV of the proposed algorithm obtained a total average of 0.91, approximately 23.35% higher and closer to the value of 1. Moving on, the segmentation time denotes the duration taken by each algorithm to complete the segmentation process. A lower segmentation time indicates faster processing and consequently a more efficient algorithm. The total segmentation time average of the GCFCM is 21.0575 seconds, while the proposed algorithm has the average of 8.21375 seconds. This is approximately 60.92% faster than the principal algorithm. Lastly, the evaluation time represents the duration taken by each algorithm to complete the post-segmentation evaluation process, which includes tasks such as computing evaluation metrics, like the RAND index or confusion matrix. In the GCFCM, we have a total evaluation time average of 0.51 seconds. In the modified algorithm, we have a total evaluation time average of 0.2625 seconds, around 48.53 faster. So our conclusion based on the results of the study, the methodology that was made in addressing robustness issues, sensitivity to noise and outliers, and execution time challenges in the FCM algorithm have significantly advanced image segmentation and data clustering. By introducing a modified algorithm with a Gaussian distance metric, the FCM algorithm can handle complex non-spherical data and unbalanced clusters more effectively, resulting in an enhanced clustering accuracy and robustness. Additionally, the integration of the total variation regularization technique has proven effective in reducing noise and outliers in segmented images and improving clustering quality, especially in datasets with significant background noise. Empirical evidence also indicates that the Gaussian-based FCM algorithm surpasses its Euclidean counterpart in execution time due to the accuracy of the Gaussian distance metric and efficiency gains from the regularization technique. So they suggest that the implementation of the modified algorithm has notably improved segmentation processes, contributing to the evolution of image segmentation techniques and holding promise for efficient data clustering in various application domains. So for future studies, our recommendations that they should consider applying the proposed modified algorithm on diverse datasets containing multiple subjects to thoroughly assess its segmentation capabilities across various objects within images. Also, incorporating datasets with varying resolutions would provide a comprehensive evaluation of the algorithm's performance under different image qualities and complexities, enhancing understanding of its scalability and effectiveness. Lastly, exploring additional regularization technique or their combinations would offer insights into the algorithm's denoising abilities, while thorough evaluations across diverse image datasets are crucial to determine its robustness in different scenarios and suitability for practical application. So considering the computational resources required for each technique is essential for ensuring efficiency and scalability, particularly in scenarios that involves large scale or real-time processing. So the improvements in the image segmentation, such as those from our study, are adept at precisely identifying objects within images. This ability is crucial because it ensures more accurate detection of key features or subjects in the image data. So this precision greatly benefits different applications like assisting medical professionals in pinpointing anomalies for more precise diagnosis, helping autonomous vehicles in detecting and navigating obstacles accurately, or aiding in the identification and analysis of specific elements in the satellite imagery or for environmental monitoring or urban planning. So that's all for my presentation and thank you for listening.